Hi folks, Puffin here, doing another spell to end fascism, lighting the candle of truth, lighting the candle of magic with the light of truth. It's pretty windy here, so I set up a wind block. We're using the Joe Biden spell, the Joe Biden bowl, as a tool and target for ending fascism. It is now August 12th, 2021. Trump is still free. He's not currently in jail, so that's the first thing Biden needs to do to end fascism, is arrest Trump and Mike Liddell and all these other Trumpers pushing the Trump narrative. One in specific, Jayden, John Sullivan, who Representative Boebert, a Republican, has outed as a FBI agent who was leading the insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th. He's got a live stream going up in a few hours. He did an ad for it that I just commented on YouTube, in which he has Rudy Giuliani reading one of his tweets. So you know Rudy Giuliani is a Russian agent. John Sullivan, although he might also be, well, is apparently FBI connected, is also a Russian agent. So there's your connection right there, or at least one of them. You can haul John Sullivan in, I guess legally you can waterboard him or whatever. They're all terrorists, though. Let's just be clear. All Trumpers are terrorists and terrorist supporters. It's time to arrest them. It's time to arrest DeSantis. You can citizens arrest Governor DeSantis if you want, because he's committing genocide in Florida. Same with Governor Abbott in Texas and some other Republican governors, Trumpers, who are therefore Nazis. They're all committing genocide. Zuckerberg is part of it. Putin is, of course, like the mastermind of it or whatever. Oh yeah, back to this Jayden video. So he's got Rudy Giuliani reading his tweet to promote his channel, which is hijacking the idea of BLM or Antifa. Jayden is a Trumper. He was at January 6th talking, cheering on all his fellow Trumpers. See my rap, Regu-Traders, Jayden verse. There's also a Lauren Boebert verse and a Marjorie Taylor Greene verse. But if you see that rap, it'll explain Jayden's role in this. He's sitting there playing a Rudy Giuliani tweet where, he's gone to pretending to be Antifa after being a Trumper. He's the one that they try to act like is the Antifa person who stormed the Capitol, although he's actually a Trumper. You can tell by everything he says. I've talked to him for months. I would have tried to talk him out of going to the Capitol. I guess I knew that was his plan, but he, ignores me, blocks me and stuff, censors me, because that's what Nazis do. They censor people who would tell the truth. So at the end of his little video, it's just like an advertisement for a live stream he's supposed to do later today. At the end of his little video, he says, sponsored by George Soros. It's like, join Antifa today, sponsored by George Soros. I mean, he's just perpetuating all the KGB lies about Antifa and about Black Lives Matter and stuff, and just, just like a boogaloo, like he'll show up at the Black Lives Matter movement to shoot somebody. He was apparently an organizer of the protest that got a Trumper shot. So, he's just doing everything he can to make the movement look bad, and really doing everything he can for Trump and for Putin at their direction. I thought it was interesting that Rudy Giuliani read one of his tweets, because Rudy Giuliani is working for Putin. And they're just working together, working both sides of it. But yeah, he shouldn't be free, and also the judge who let him out shouldn't be free. Representative Boebert, for outing him as a federal agent, should face consequences, just like whoever outed Valerie Plame. But as a federal agent who's working to overthrow the federal government, not only he, but his entire FBI network should be arrested. So the judge should be arrested for letting him out. Jayden should be arrested. And the FBI who enabled him should be arrested. And the funny thing about it is the Trumpers are after the FBI, because, the FBI was after Trump, so they hate the FBI in general. But they're like, well, we're going to get these FBI agents who really did the Capitol insurrection. They're all Trumpers. It doesn't matter if they were in the FBI or in law enforcement. They're all Trumpers. Now, I saw one of the Capitol cops complaining to Don Lemon, thanks to another Nazi channel that's getting shut down, Memology, although it's still back. This is supposedly a Honduran Nazi. Trumper runs the Memology channel. But watched on his channel his thing about Don Lemon interviewing a Capitol cop. The Capitol cop said that he had asked the head of the police union, like the National Police Union, to condemn cops and ex-cops who were at the January 6th insurrection, Trump insurrection, and that cop refused to do it. Well, you can arrest him. You can start arresting cops, citizens arresting cops or whatever, because not all cops, but so many of these cops are Trumper terrorists. So many of these Republican governors and senators and Congress people, Congress traitors, are Trumper terrorist traitors, guilty of genocide. Lauren Boebert, we got one here in Colorado. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, pedophile, terrorist, Trumper. You know, we've got all the goods on all these people. There's no reason any of them should be walking around free if the government's not going to stop them, and that's why I'm doing this spell to end fascism in Joe Biden. If the government's not going to stop them, because not stopping fascists is fascist. If the government's not going to stop them, the people are going to stop them. Like, that's not going to be pretty. And if it's not like the American people, it might be Trumpers who are disillusioned with Trump, who end up taking it out on him, or taking it out on Jayden X if they believe him trying to say he's Antifa, or whatever. You know, it's like, these people are morons, they're idiots, and they're brainwashed. We can save them all. We can re-educate them, we can rehabilitate them, but we can definitely get them out of spheres of influence where they can cause more insurrections and stuff. Speaking of that, it is August 12th, the last firm date that Trumpers and QAnon terrorists toss around, and I hear a lot of them online, for their Trump insurrection is tomorrow, August 13th. Now, I did watch one Trumper QAnon video, very popular. He had many, many views, like hundreds of thousands, or millions even, you know, saying if it doesn't happen in August, it's not going to happen at all. That he had a very reliable Trumpy source, you know, his, you know, very trustworthy Trumpy source who says if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. Well, that's true. It's not going to happen at all. It's not going to happen in August. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen at all. But wouldn't it be much better if the reason it didn't happen wasn't because you stopped it in progress, because you stopped it once they started it? You'd have to stop somebody from starting a insurrection tomorrow, August 13th, 2021. But because you stopped it today, you didn't let them even get started. If you just round these people up for their plans to take over the country, which it seems like you've rounded people up for much less, and for that before. So if you can round them up for this plan to take over the country, and it's real obvious who they are. I wrote a rap about it. Regulators, Jayden X verse. I mean, this dude, he was all Trumpy all the time, and of course at the Capitol, you can watch on his own video, the one that they played on most media outlets. You can watch on his own video him cheering on the Trumpers and saying, we did it, you know, our plan worked. Like, he's a Trumper. Yet after the insurrection, he's out there making videos trying to claim to be Antifa, and told me in a comment personally that he does not support Trump or Putin. So he said that, but of course, you know, Trumpers know that he's a liar and that he'll lie both ways. And I guess the important ones know that he's on their side. But the point is, he was promoting the White Lives rally march. He was trying to claim, you know, oh, I'm letting you know about this so you can go troll it. But he was promoting it. And here he is doing a live stream again today before the August 13th Trump insurrection. He was at the January 6th Trump insurrection. He was the one filming it. He was the one yelling, go, go, go to Ashley Babbitt before she jumped up and got shot. Just watch my rap, Regulators, Jayden X verse. I cover most of it in there. But anyway, the dude's a traitor, the dude's a terrorist, and they all are. All Trumpers are. Like, pretty much everybody doing shootings and stuff are terrorists. They don't ever tell you that part of the story. Once they get to that part of the profile of these people, they stop talking about it. But like, it's almost like the only terrorists we have left in America are all Trumpers. So you can stop them by stopping that terrorist network, Joe Biden. I've seen him on the Earth TV chat, which thankfully they at least monetized recently, so nobody chats in there. But previously it was all these people threatening Kamala and threatening Joe Biden and threatening the White House, and they just don't care. The Earth TV is supporting a terrorist network by allowing that chat to go on, and now they're all playing like, oh, should we do this? Let's take polls about, they're putting all these posts about, let's take polls about how we should run our town. As you can see, the candle of magic has been melted almost entirely away by the light of truth. It could be going out at any moment. I've gotten a lot of this resin out of the Joe Biden bowl, but Joe Biden needs to get off of any lingering fascism and be a hero. Also, the best thing Joe Biden can do is say he's going to go ahead and pass power to Bernie Sanders in 2024, the people's choice. And Bernie Sanders can say, hey, I only want one term to get things turned around. I'm going to pass to AOC in 2028. Biden already did his most important thing, which is not being Trump. If he can not be Trump and not make news for 4 years, kind of like Obama did, not really do anything, that's good. But the best thing he could do is prepare everybody to pass to Bernie in 2024, and we'll actually start getting some stuff done. And Bernie can just say, I only need 4 years and I'm passing to AOC, because it's the ideology. It's not the person, it's not the power, it's not tyranny like Trump and Putin would have you believe and run things that way. You can hear the whoop, whoop, whoop from the police for Trump and Putin. Many cops are traitors. Not all of them, but many cops are traitors. But the military is American and the people are American. And we can round up all these judges and cops and FBI and Congress traitors and Senate traitors and Trump and Putin themselves. And Zuckerberg. We can't forget Zuckerberg. He was the main instrument in getting all this stuff done. So my candle's gone out. I'll do this next time. But Joe Biden, you're the figure who can make all this stuff happen. And if you're not going to do it and do it soon, you can at least soon let us know that you're going to endorse Bernie Sanders 2024. Because that's where the people are, and you can meet the people, and we can restore democracy by saying, hey, let's all choose our president together instead of having Putin and Facebook choose them for us. And we'll get some good ones instead of some genocidal Nazis. So let's elect Bernie for 2024, AOC in 2028, and just let them know right now that that's our plan, because that's going to get them all upset. And they deserve to be upset because they killed so many of us. And are continuing to terrorize us, and stop any plans they have for insurrection tomorrow. It's August 12th right now. I'm loading this video as soon as I finish recording it. You better stop them August 13th. Plenty of people have been talking about it, so you can't pretend you didn't know, like you pretend you didn't know on January 6th, because for whatever reason. But yeah, we'll be looking into that. And the people who are traitors within the FBI and the justice system, the judges who are letting people like Jayden X out, we need to arrest them too if we need to citizens arrest them. DeSantis, Abbott, all of them. They're Nazis. We know they're Nazis. No more leeway for fascism in America. We're shutting it down. Thanks for watching. See you soon.